2.4 says the staff committee observed that K teachers were absent on the day of the interviews. It was found that half of these K teachers drank from 0 to fewer than 2. So up to this one over here, glasses of water per day, while the remainder of them drank from 4 to 6. So the rest of them were in here. From 4 to 6 glasses of water per day. When these K teachers are included in the data, the estimated mean is 4 glasses of water per staff member per day. How many teachers were absent on the day of the interview? So basically solve for K. Now, how do we do this? We calculate the mean for the values that we have. So what we want to do is we are going to take the cumulative frequency and multiply it with the midpoint of our values over here. But we're also going to include the missing data. So we know that half of them are in this group over here, and the other half are in this group over here. Plus K over 2 plus K over 2. Therefore, if we want to find the value of K, since they told us what the mean of the data is, we can just use a calculation to say that the mean of the data will be equal to 0 plus 2 divided by 2 to get the midpoint of this. Actually, I can just write down the midpoints over here inside this data. So that would be 0 plus 2 divided by 2, that is 1. Here the midpoint of 2 and 4 is 3, 4 and 6 is 5, and then 6 and 7 is 7, and then 8 and 10, that is 9. Now, in order to calculate the mean, we multiply all of this. So 1 plus 5, or 1 times 5 plus K over 2, plus 3 times 15 plus 5 times that group. So this would look something like this. For the first one, it would be 1 times 5 plus K over 2, like that. Then we go to the next one, which will be 3 times 15 plus the next one would be 5. So 5 times 13 plus the added group of teachers, that is K over 2. Close that bracket. And then we say plus 7 times 5. And then the last one plus 9 times 2. And then we say all over the total number of teachers that we had. So initially there were 40, but now we're adding this K that have been introduced. And then we make, we know that the mean will be 4 after this. So we solve for this equation by making that 4, multiplying both sides by 40 plus K, which would give us 160 plus 4K is equal to 5 plus K over 2 plus 45 plus 65 plus 5K over 2. So I'm just multiplying these values in like that. 3 times 15 is 45, 5 times 13 is 65, 5 times K over 2 is 5K over 2, and then 7 times 5, that's 35, 9 times 2, that's 18. And this is what we have so far. We can add up the like terms to get the following. So this, we just keep it as 160 plus 4K. If we sum up all the like terms over here, we get that 3K plus 168. And then we can solve for this by taking 3K to the other side. We get K, 160 to the other side, 168 minus 160, that will just give us 8. So our answer will be 8. The other way you could have solved for this was by disregarding the addition and calculating the mean of the data originally as it is before the other teachers were added. So the data of the original values would not be including the plus k over 2. And if you were to do it that way, the mean you would calculate would be 4 over 2. Then you would subtract the difference between the new mean and the old mean, which would basically be 4,2 minus 4.0, which would give us 0. Well, I would need to write this separately. So this x old minus x new, so the old mean minus the new mean will be equal to 4.2 minus 4, which is 0.2. Then we can multiply the total number of teachers we had, which is 40, times the difference, which would in turn give us that 8 teachers were added to this.